The foreign ministers of Turkiye and Malaysia have met in Ankara. They've talked about a host of issues, including ways to increase bilateral trade and how to deal with the situation in Afghanistan. I'm Saifuddin Abdullah and I talked to Malaysia's foreign minister, Saifuddin Abdullah. Minister, good to have you on TRT World. You've had meetings with the Turkish foreign minister, with the Turkish president, and you've discussed taking bilateral trade from $3.5 to $5 billion a year. But you did mention that there were apparently some hurdles, some MOUs that haven't been signed yet. Tell us a bit about that.
Yes, there are a couple of MOUs that needs to be rectified and signed, and we agree that we need to revisit and try to expedite. But what is more important is we were looking at some new opportunities. For example, Malaysian Airport Berhad is already here at the international airport, and there are new projects coming up. We hope we will be able to participate. And the Turkish military products, air defense, for example, the helicopter, the attack helicopter, the trainer fighter, and so on. So already they are participating in some of the tenders in Malaysia, and we are hopeful that both ways. Yes, the tenders are transparent, there are procedures, but I think the track record will show that, and hopefully that both sides, it will be ending with a positive result.
Now, one of the projects Turkey and Malaysia are working on together, and Pakistan was also on board this, was a TV channel to counter Islamophobia. What sort of challenges are you facing with that? Because I understand that when there was the conference in Kuala Lumpur a few years ago, there was pressure on Pakistan from some Arab countries, basically to sort of pull out from that project. Is the project stalled at the moment, or what's happening with it?
Well, I have had a very good meeting in Islamabad, both with Prime Minister Imran and Foreign Minister Qureshi, and also here with President Erdogan and Foreign Minister Mavlut. I think the project is still on, even though there are issues.
Do you feel that Malaysia, Turkey, Pakistan could face perhaps opposition from some Muslim countries? Some of those countries have been banning and even jailing individuals, non-violent individuals, banning non-violent political parties. They sort of tend to carry a different political vision than Malaysia, Turkey, Pakistan. So are you facing any opposition from any of the Muslim countries at the moment?
I think we have to realize that at the present moment, the Ummah is facing a lot of issues, a lot of problems, latest being the pandemic. The OIC is the official platform, and all three countries are actively involved, and we all, like any other members of OIC, we want OIC to be more active, to be more proactive, and to take the lead, especially on international issues that relates to the Muslim Ummah.
Now, before your Turkey visit, you were also in Islamabad attending the extraordinary session of the OIC. The Taliban government is seeking a recognition at the moment. What is Malaysia's position? Is Malaysia likely to recognize the Taliban anytime soon?
Well, I have explained to the cabinet and to our parliament that when it comes to recognition, of course we are not in a rush, but we have to have our own understanding, including soliciting local and indigenous knowledge of what is actually happening in Afghanistan, and not to fall into the trap of Western narrative that the Taliban in Afghanistan is ABC, whereas it's actually XYZ. So we have to have our own understanding. I think Turkey and Pakistan have the same way of looking at the issue. Number two, we would prefer that it is a recognition that comes through the OIC. But in lieu of that, we also prepared to work with like-minded countries that, okay, maybe 5 of us or 6 of us wants to recognize the government in Afghanistan, then we do that.
Minister, good to have you on TRT World.